Hi there and thanks for joining us. Now, this video is not quite what we planned it to be. So Helen and I booked a couple of nights away just outside York. And the reason we did this is because for Christmas we got bought one of those packs where you go into a city and you follow clues. It's like a sort of a mystery treasure hunt thing. And we thought it would be fun to film. But then we saw this a couple of days before we set off, and we realized it was going to be a cold weekend. We were going somewhere fairly quiet, and we decided not to do the treasure hunt. Charlie dog would have found it too cold, and it would have just been a miserable thing to do in the bad weather. So we weren't going to film at all. Then when we got there, we realized the place was nice enough to take a few shots and make a few videos. So that's what this is. And the site that we booked is here. It's Willow Farm Camping, very close to the village of Wigginton, outside York.
And you feel that, Charlie? Self-levelling kit. We've been going up, down, round and everything. Pretty damn good. And what's he doing? What's he doing?
Setting up the site is what I was doing. Anyway, here's the entrance to Willow Farm.
So, although there's quite a lot of... In fact, there's more caravans than there are motorhomes here. But it looks like... We've just spoken to one chap who's here all the time. It looks like quite a lot of people have got like these little containers and the little dog fences and everything, and it looks like they're set up for the season, so I bet a lot of people out here, and actually they have given it as something like Storm somebody or other from France. It's going to be, I think we've got some shite weather coming, but we'll be alright. I think it's going to be snowy, but I think it's snowy down south, so we'll see. I'm not bothered anyway. I just want to relax. He's telling me something. Like a little gnome, isn't he? He's reeling his reel because we've just parked up in the place that I just said I wanted to park up, and now I've realised that we're not exactly near electricity, but there's one over there. I'm sure his wire's long enough. His wire's always long enough, isn't it, Charlie boy? You've been a good boy, haven't you? You didn't bark at that man, did you? We're going to get Daddy some, when we get hooked up, we're going to get Daddy some lunch made. What we got it? Oh, just pulled a thing out of you. Out of your back. Alright, don't worry about me. Don't worry about me, Charlie. This is our campsite. I think it's called, I just have to double check this, it's called Willow Farm. There's quite a lot of units here. However, they seem to be very seasonal, and there's not that many people staying here. Probably maybe 4 or 5 people. We've got electric hookup, there's water on site, there's some shower blocks that Gary used, there's some horses in the field there, there's some goats somewhere else that I haven't seen but I've seen signs for. But actually, I think most people must come sort of spring, summertime, because everything's locked up, and then mainly caravans, not motorhomes. Anyway, hang on a sec. It is actually snowing all over the rest of the world, but we're about 2 or 3 miles outside York, and it's chilly, and there's a bit of ice on the ground, but look, it's not frosty. Those are the shower blocks there. I was too cold to use those. But look, people have got pens around the areas, so I think they'll just use it maybe not out of season like this. However, this is the bin area. I won't bother you with this. Pod camping there, Okay, that looks alright. There's sort of pod camping, grown-up camping. Come on, Charlie. Oh, we slept alright. It was raining in the night. I could hear it raining. I don't think Gary's moved in the night, so I'll go and crack on some bacon sandwiches when we get back for him. But look, it looks really busy, but it's not. We've got 3 options today. We can stay in, which we won't do. We can catch it's like a park and ride type bus thing into York. Or there's some shops nearby. There's a couple of little villages nearby with a pub and a little village shop and things. But there's a couple of retail centres as well. Hello, little Robin. Hello, little Robin. Hi. I like to see my robins. Right, we'll get back and get the breakfast cranked up.
So, just to add to Helen's description of the site, I thought I'd come to the entrance, and this is the main road, the bus stop there to York. And as you come in, you can see there's a sign for 2J's Catering. There's a sign for a gift shop, and then there's Willow Farm Cafe, and there looks to be a little used motor company at the side here. And then the entrance splits, so we have to follow it up the left-hand path here. And immediately the goats that Helen was looking for are in pens here on the left. So here we've got the elusive goats. Hello. Hello to you too. It's nippy this morning, but bearing in mind there were weather alerts across the country last night for snow and strong winds, we really do seem to have avoided everything. A little bit of rain in the night, but as you can see, no snow. It's nippy, but it's not so bad. So I'm just going to follow up the lane here. Now this is the interesting bit, because as you get to this point, there is a caravan and motorhome club, CL, and the website says it just has 5 pitches, electric hookup and adult only. It looks fairly empty at the moment. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so nobody using that at the moment. But that's not what we've booked. They seem to be running that as a separate little area and a separate little business, because the main site is a good few hundred yards further up the path here. I'll not bother you with the walk, so I'll just go up to the end. A little pond, and presumably that's Willow Farm, and I can see some outhouses with signs through the trees there. Not quite sure what they are yet. Here we are, the Willow House Estate. So it's a long thin strip of land. Just come past the entrance to the farm. The caravan site is ahead of us, then a lake and camping area, and then a walk into the local village. A little bit further on, private access again to the CL site facilities, Doggy and Maggie, the loft. So let's have a look what we've got here. Okay, Doggy and Maggie grooming and nutrition. That's here. We've got that must be the facilities for the CL, so they must be able to get to the CL from behind that. The little gift shop is possibly closed at the moment, but it's here. And the loft is the site office. Right, back around to the site. I've just come from there, and there is Willow Farm Cafe. So no doubt we'll drop in there after we've been for a walk. And then the site is up here. So one of the reasons that we came to this site was to go into York or we at least had half a mind to do that, because for Christmas we got one of those little adventure games where you follow clues and solve mysteries in various cities, and we've got York. But we've decided it's cold. We're wandering around York with Charlie. Might not be able to go into so many places. And we really also wanted to come up for a couple of days rest. So we're not going into York today. Instead, we're going to go right out of the other end of the site. And there are, a little bit of ice underfoot here. I'm just going to have to be careful. And there's a village with a couple of pubs, and I think we're going to explore that instead today. So as I've come to the end of this path, we come to the glamping area, which is the Little Hyde, and that would appear, oh yeah, we've got some glamping pods in a little area there, including one called the Fridge Shack, so not sure what that does. And then we're actually on the site. So this is where Helen was looking. Those are our facilities with the showers. Used the shower last night, pretty good. Thought there was maybe going to be no heating there, but it was okay. It was warm enough. Had a pleasant shower. And then this site. So we now know that there are about 40 pictures. But of that 40, only, I think it was 8 are actually touring pictures. The rest of them are long-term seasonal pictures. So I guess if you want to book this site, now we didn't go through the camping club website because this isn't on there. This is more privately owned, and we booked this through PitchUp. And then that path there, our van's just the T line that you can see in front of us here. The path ahead is where we're going to be heading, which then takes us past the tent area and onto a little dog walk path which takes us into the nearby village. So that's going to be our trip out.
Done my recycling in the right bins. Come on, Charlie. It's so cold. So cold. You can see how, oh mind you, you can see how white the ground is, but the sun actually makes it look beautiful. It's beautiful, this. I think we'll come back here, sure, it's lovely. However, we were a little bit cold in the night, I was. Got my water bottle, but I think Gary's got the heating on this morning, so let's look at that. Gorgeous. There's 1 or 2 more units arrived overnight. Well, when I say 1 or 2, there's 1 caravan and a car, and then there's a motorhome about two spaces down from us. But look at all these here. It looks dead busy, and it's just not. It's brilliant. I'd say brilliant out of season if you like a bit of peace and quiet. There's horses in the field there. I haven't seen the goats yet, but I think Gary has. I think we'll get back, and my main job now is to crank on Gary's bacon. What do you say, Charlie? Charlie says yes as well. Sunrise over there, and a very, 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 very frosty morning. There's my robin. Hi. How close? How close did that come, Charlie? Hey.
Okay, we're on our wanderings. There's Charlie. Helen's just gone down another path over there, which we're going to meet back up again. And this, so we came to the end of the site, past the camping area, and straight into what is a designated little dog walk. And if we've got our sense of direction right, this is going to take us round through this little wooded area. It's just going to loop round to the right, and then we'll be heading into the village just to go and see what's up there.
It's quite muddy, but there's Lots of wildlife. Lots of birdies. Lots of bird boxes. Charlie seems to be sniffing like mad. Oh, there's some of these little bug hotels as well. I like, but I wouldn't want to visit one personally. These little things here. Yeah. There we go.
Now here's where we have to make a little bit of a confession. There's nothing wrong with Wigginton. It provided us with a cafe, although we did find that most of them weren't dog friendly. It's just that it was, well, it's a nice ordinary village that we walked through, but it was really, really cold. So we kept our hands in our pockets and didn't do much filming. In fact, I think the only photo I took was the duck pond. We also then made the mistake of walking right through the village and going back to the site in a different direction through a main road, which turned out to be considerably further than we thought, and along rough grassy bankings. So it wasn't our best day out, but we got a walk and we got safely back to the motorhome. I'm eating again. Leave me alone, I'm eating.
Your dog's after your crumbs. It's been blooming cold, that, but it feels a bit warmer down here, doesn't it?
It doesn't feel so bad now.
We stopped for a coffee in a dog-friendly cafe, of which there were not many.
No, there weren't.
They don't seem to want us round here, do they?
No. This bit's pretty though.
I like those houses, they're lovely.
Yeah. So our little short stay didn't quite go as we'd originally planned, but that's a lovely little site, and we are going to do the treasure hunt and we will film it, and I guess we will go back to Willard Farm to do it. So hopefully you'll see that video a little bit later in the year when it's a little bit warmer. Thanks for watching.